Hey everyone, and welcome to a late night PGN Live. It is Monday, the start of a new week, December 8th, 2025. We are already into week 2 in December. About a quarter of the way done. It's kind of scary when you look at it that way. But welcome all. I hope you're doing well. I don't know how long tonight's stream is going to be, but I thought, let's talk. We've got the Game Awards coming up soon. Sorry, I'm just getting some stuff ready here. I started an attempted stream several minutes ago, but I got a little bit of a residual coughing fit. Part of the sickness I've had lately. Dang. Kind of got hit hard all at once. Let's see, what was the first thing that happened? It was this fever with some canker sores, sore throat, ear infection. I think the ear infection is what brought the fever, and a weakened immune system in the moment is what brought on the canker sores, and then that's what triggered the sore throat. Dang. It was a little bit of a not pleasant few days. And then this antibiotic that I was on had a delayed reaction, and then I got like redness on my chest and then my back. Meanwhile, I'm taking medicine for the ear infection, drops, and then all of this, naturally, what happens next? Oh, you start to get a little bit of a cough. So I've got medicine for the ear, medicine now for like the body redness, antibiotic, taking a little bit of a break because that is what might have led to the redness, having a little bit of an allergic reaction to it. But I feel better. I'm not like weak and shivering and shaking. It's just now you have that annoying, like, little bit of a cough from the agitation. Not necessarily sickness cough still, contagious cough. But I want to get like all better because Thursday is the Game Awards, and that's one of the things that we're talking about tonight is the Game Awards. I'll be in attendance. I'm looking forward to it. Let's open up the pop-up chat and see who's here on this late night. Alrighty. Can I even scroll back? Geez, there's a lot of you here already. And that's what happens when I start up at a different time. Crazy Scott, back? Yeah, back, and this time for real. Earlier I was like, I'm starting off... Damn it. Speaking of the devil. I'm starting off the stream with a cough. Ugh. And here I am, still with a cough, but at least I'm not like, hey everyone. Although the cough will still happen. Yeah, I'm back though, Crazy Scott. Joycey J69. Hey Paul. Hey y'all. Hey Paul in chat. Steak 1024. Crazy Scott just waiting for vacation. Nice. David Patterson. Hey Paul in chat. Boom Mini 5606. Paul Gale Network. Crazy Scott. Anyone finished Metro Prime 4 Beyond yet? Not yet for me. Have you? Because I could tell you kind of where I'm at in a way that you'll know. Won't spoil it for you just in case. Won't spoil it for anyone else. I think by now, for instance, people might know you need keys. I have 5 keys. I didn't begin the endgame sequence yet. I did gather up all necessary crystal shards of the green variant to fill up that portion. I have revisited and reactivated the scouter drones in every area. However, I have yet to go back to the ice area in particular and comb through that. Like the other zones, I went and got everything from them. So my Samus is looking pretty strong. She's got like 425 or so charge shots or shots and like 240 or something like that missiles. At one point they were like close with each other, like 50, 60, 70, 70, and then charge shots, or shots I should say, really like went up and beyond, above and beyond. Yeah, so I think it's like 425 and like 250 now, if I'm not mistaken. But it's awesome. The game is awesome. In going back to one of the areas in particular, there's just a brand new boss that I uncovered. Because in getting certain parts for you know what slash you know who, kind of, it looks like you only needed to get X amount, but I got one more bonus one that I was like, oh dude, that's totally gonna complement it. That's a hidden secret thing. Areas look different, one more so than the others because of this disastrous event that kind of happened in one zone. So going back, it's like, oh, this is totally different than it looked before, kind of. And yeah, the retraversal, the exploration, it's so good. I will say this is interesting. Not a spoiler, I don't think. I think it's kind of like, it's got to be some kind of Tears of the Kingdom thing. You know, in Breath of the Wild, or I just said Tears of the Kingdom. You know in Tears of the Kingdom, how Link had the notches on his side, and you fill them up, and they went all green, and ta-da, done. But then you can make them go all blue, so it's like extra long-lasting. I wonder if there's a similar thing where I satisfied the fulfillment of fill up this flower, make it all green. But now I have enough that it's like a quarter blue. Is that crucial in some way? Is that going to half the requirement of this if I use it and this and that? I'm like, I wonder what is it going to do? Anyways, gosh, that's a long answer to has anyone beat Metroid Prime 4 Beyond yet? But I just love the game. Yikes, rough time, yeah. Just started, received mine in the mail at 11:30 this morning. Okay, awesome, David Patterson. I hope you enjoy the heck out of it. J Biggs, get better soon. Thank you. Oh, nope, I'm not rushing through Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. I want to enjoy it. Excellent. See, that's why I spoke in very key Cody kind of words where it's like, okay, nothing is spoiled. Barkster 2003, I'm hoping we see Nintendo at the Game Awards. You know, rumors around that Monolith Soft might be showing off a new Xenoblade there, or might be showing off their new big action RPG or new IP of some sort. Then there's another thing of like, well, FromSoft, they are previous Game Awards winners. They've got a rated M for mature upcoming like exclusive AAA title coming in 2026 for Nintendo Switch 2. The Duskbloods, that fits with the audience quite well. People who tune into the Game Awards that are familiar with From Software, seeing, they're former Game of the Year winners. We like these games. Yeah, we're in support of that. Boom. I heard from the studio that made this, this, and this. Check this out. What if that whole desert thing is Duskbloods? I don't think so. But what if? Super Mario Galaxy movie trailer? Possibly. I don't know. I'm excited. I watched the Streamer Awards and learned about Baby Baby No Money. The world is filled with all kinds of people. I'm not sure what that is. Hit some probiotics after the meds. Yeah, I need that too. I've been doing that. Okay, let's see. I have 4 keys, about 10 hours. Nice. 125% of green shards. Yeah, exactly, Steak 1024. 125% of the green shards. Yeah. You mean the green kryptonite, Paul? Yeah. Why is Samus trying to take out Superman? I don't know. I need someone who could beat Cybots for me. Making my way through Octopath Traveler Zero. Such a great game so far. 5 stars and would highly recommend. Excellent to hear, Joyce J. Oh, this far in, how do you compare it to the previous Octopath Traveler games? Better? Comparably good? Not as good? I wouldn't imagine that it to be any less good. My guess is better because they're continuing to master the formula, or just as good, just a different entry, different type of good. But that's cool to hear. Still haven't started vacation yet, but you're a hard worker. Oh, okay, talking to crazy stuff. 8 more days of work, boom. I had to go make myself stop because I'll be up playing all night. Yeah. I want a new Pilot Wings. Yeah, Pilot Wings would be neat. See, there are so many Nintendo IP that only have a few entries in it, but that have left an impact with us. And like Pilot Wings is one that a new one could be handled so nicely. I mean, look at the visuals of Microsoft Flight Simulator, but now make it a smaller game, more actiony, with missions and fun Nintendo nods and cool jetpacks and all that, Yeah, that'd be cool. I'll probably start Octopath 2 before I try 1 and 0. Free Metroid Hat 2201 with a member for 3 months. Look at that nice green badge. Thank you, Free Metroid Hat. And Free Metroid Hat right below that with another green, but a very different green. I am loving Prime 4 so far. I have been scanning everything. Thank you for scanning this chat tonight with your presence. Let's see. Free Metroid Hat. I was like, what should we do? You're the first person tonight here. Green? Yeah, we'll go green. Free Metroid Hat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that generosity. Very kind of you. I always appreciate it. I'm very grateful for you all being here tonight. It is a different time. Normally I'm not on streaming this late, but I've got some time tonight. And I thought, let's talk video games because I didn't get to do it this morning. I was close to, and then got caught up in some other stuff. But yeah, that looks good. It's keeping up with our kind of holiday season, Christmassy sort of look. Thank you for your Metroid Hat one more time. Happy to hear that you are enjoying Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. I sure hope I scanned everything. I have a feeling that I beat a certain boss, began a sequence, died during the sequence, went back to the boss, but this time didn't scan the power-up and got it a little bit too fast, whereas I scanned it earlier, but that's the thing. If you scan something, you die, and you start back at the last checkpoint, or at the last save station, right? It doesn't count the stuff that you scan in between. No, because it's like restarting for you, so you have to scan it again. So, that little thing, I'm like, it might not have counted. I don't know. And then there's certain things like, I've scanned containers before, but this is a slightly different container in a slightly different location, so I just scan it again anyways. Some of the scanning is a little bit tedious, a little bit unnecessary, but the vast majority of the scanning is fun and lore building. I do realize it is completely optional. You only need to scan certain things in order to progress in the game and to have the most amount of fun. But I do like to read the story. And even for the full ending, to be fair, I don't need to stress about not scanning everything because, I mean, call it a cop-out. I mean, it's not my intention. It's not why I bought the Silex amiibo. I bought the Silex amiibo. He's out there. Because I wanted to collect all 3 Metroid amiibo from the Prime 4 Beyond series. But the Silex amiibo, if I'm not mistaken, it gives you the 100% ending regardless of whether you scanned anything and picked up every item or not. So, like, I will have it anyways. But, for myself, like, I like to capture everything of the game. Not everything of every game, but everything of Metroid games. Like, that's one of the franchises that I hold, a special place to. How far are you, Free Metroid Hat? Joycey says, Paul, a little better than the last one, which is hard to top. The stories are very, very dark, though. The game is rated T, but really should be M. Nevertheless, still a fun and great game. Yeah, I guess that's one of the things, like, if a subject matter is dark and mature, but the physical violence shown, choice of language, vulgarity, relatively not present, and then suggestive themes or use of gratuitous alcohol consumption or drug references or something like that, then, I guess there you get your T rating. But I don't know, maybe Zero does have some questionable things. Huh? Good point, though. Or, good thought. Yeah, that version of Pilot Wings sounds awesome. Yeah. Let's see. I have nights when Tony goes to sleep, and next thing I know, this is alarm going off for work. I forget that I'm too old for that. I have to scan everything. If they're going to let go, save anytime, then they should automatically save your scans. There was one. I've died several times in the game. I say that kind of happily. Like, I'm glad the game is hard enough that, oh dang, I'm a pretty good Metroid player. I've been playing for a long time. I don't think my skills have gone down. No, I'm pretty quick and responsive as I've been, since 2002 with Metroid Prime. And then, back in the, late 80s and early 90s with the original, 2D Metroid games. But yeah, I still die. And there was one in particular in Volt Forge where I saved up here. I was going all the way down, boom, 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 boom. And then I was making my way up, and I knew that my bars were going down, but I didn't realize that they were that down. I didn't think they were, and I was a little bit careless, having some misplaced timing, and then all of a sudden, it was my first die, I think. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. The last time I saved was up there in the save station. Please, no. Would you like to quit or start from the last save? Start from the last save. Son of a... Dang. But it was faster. It was better. I think I found one more new thing along the way. One more thing stuck in a wall. Had to learn the hard way, though. Yep, you got to scan stuff all over again. Work my way down, work my way up, caught the rhythm, caught the pattern. Didn't make that mistake again. And it was fine, But yeah. Now, fortunately, the game doesn't only have that, where if you die, you got to start all the way back. The game has something called, last... Gosh, what is it called? Last checkpoint. Yeah. The game has some multitude of significant checkpoints, and if you passed it, you will be okay. So you might have saved way back here, and you die here, ah. But sometimes there's a checkpoint like right there. It's like, oh, okay, cool, no problem, no problem. Yeah, awesome game. It's a subject matter. Not too many bad curse words, but the stories are just really dark. If I had a teenager, I don't know if I'd want them to play this one. Oh, that's good to know. Good to know that it's got some depth to it, some seriousness to it. And before it's an absolutely beautiful game, I'm already past the first boss. I'm in a grassy rainforest-like environment now. Don't know the name of the area right off the hand. Fury Jungle. Yeah. At least they do. Continue from the checkpoint in certain areas. Yeah, stay 1024. Definitely. I remember that my mother would always provide that comfort for my brother and I when I had ear infection. The sweet oil is soothing and helps with the pain in the meds. Does the game have Samus's Zero Suit? Not that I know of yet. You know, Wink the Man 07, that's one of the things I thought would be really cool. I hope so. Well, one, what I thought would have been really cool is if in the game there was one biome, one zone where Samus either... Yes, I didn't like the idea when I was coming up with this that like she lost her suit or that, you know, it was stolen or something like that. Although I was tinkering with those ideas, but I was thinking of like maybe she intentionally took it off because this was like had to be quiet, had to be stealthy section of the game, or I had multiple thoughts that I was developing, or like a backstory that she was playing, that we were playing of her in the past, like in her training, just some kind of segment where she was Zero Suit Samus and she was either infiltrating in this one biome to get her suit because it was stolen or lost temporarily, so she's looking for it. Had to find it in this one biome because different pieces of it scattered from some explosion or something. Or, like I said, just going into this facility to get a certain thing and don't want to be clunking around or whatever, too heavily armed, guarded, or something like that. But you're getting to use action, punch, and kick, and taser, blast, psst, silent, kind of put enemies to sleep. And you get to play this would all be in a third person. Like, how radically different that would be. And unless I'm going to be super pleasantly surprised and that is in the game, I don't think so. But then my other thought that I was about to share was I kind of hope that Retro Studios does something, or whomever does something like that in a new Metroid game. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond feels like a mostly safe take on giving us a fourth Metroid Prime game, which is what I wanted, to be fair, and it gave me something that wasn't so safe via the Viola suit, right? You have your familiar power-ups, you have your familiar structure, you have something new like the charge shot, you also have your morph ball. Oh, so I don't want to say certain things, okay, because like some people, you have, oh, for the trailer I could go with this one. You have your psychic energy controlling, but you know you have enough new elements, and you have your Viola bike, so there are some new things. But that would be a pretty neat formula change into like, what does it mean to do Metroid Prime? Does Metroid Prime have to be solely first person? Is there a third pillar to Metroid that's not 2D Metroidvania, that's not first person adventure Metroid Prime, but is like what Other M was trying to be, a third pillar, kind of, at the time. A 3D, third person perspective Metroid game with first person elements for that shooting mechanic in segmented zones in a very certain way. Would you dare meddle with the Prime name and do that? I mean, why not? You could do whatever you want. Or do you go third pillar? I don't think you have to. I think you could associate Metroid Prime and that be 3D, but I don't know. But I just like to see like future Metroid Prime game. Let's throw some Samus gunship control. I want to fly to a planet or fly above a planet. I want to do something like that. And give me the opportunity to play a Zero Suit Samus in like a very action Ninja Gaiden-esque kind of way. During a zone or two, whether it's a flashback sequence like playing as young Bruce Wayne in the Arkham Knight trilogy, or find a way how to roll it into this game's storyline, because it would just be such a different gameplay experience. But yeah, just some thoughts. Ash Gaming 17 sent one Paul Gale Network. I didn't even say my own name right. Paul Gale Network gifted membership. Awesome. First of all, Ash, it was super cool catching you streaming earlier, playing Super Mario Galaxy 2. That was fun getting to watch you play. That's an excellent game. And looked like you were having a good time as both Mario and Luigi. From what I saw was more of Luigi play. So thank you so much thank you for being online streaming. I'm glad that I got to see that. And thank you for the generous $1 getting us to 6 for the night. I am grateful. Super cool. Thank you, Ash Gaming 17. Looks like SGTBJ 1863 was the recipient there. Published 2 saying, "What's up?" Junior the Disney fan. W8C saying, "You're getting a raid." Oh, is that Ash's raid from earlier? Excellent. I think that might be it. That's cool too. Pokemon Fan 34, hi there. Michael S. Gutmann. It started off at a 10 out of 10 with the first world and the boss. Now it's down to an 8, which is still great. Hey, that is good. You know, that is great. I don't have a score yet because there are plenty of 10 moments for me. But there are little things, trivial things. Some of it's me thing that I'm like, I can't blame the game for that. That just get good, get good. Some of it's that could just have been a little bit tighter probably. This it would have been a little bit more fun or a little bit of a better thing if that was in it. That would have complemented this a little bit better. But such tiny things that I'm like, they don't ruin the score. Nothing in this game is so damning that it takes it down whole points at a time. It doesn't have that. What it does have is Roger Enyart 2066. Who's this late streamer you are all watching tonight? He looks kind of familiar. Thank you, Roger, for the awesome $5 contribution tonight. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Good to see you. I hope you're having fun with Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. And yeah, you're right. It is a little bit of a late night, a little bit different than my normal to be streaming, but it is pretty fun. And I'm getting in some different faces here. A lot of familiar, but some new too. But it's good to see you here. And I'm grateful. Thank you so much once again for that awesome $5 big super chat. I had to drop the raid bomb on you. Thank you again, Ash. I thought that was you. cool. What's his page? Would love to see. Right up above, Ash Gaming 17, Tabby Cat Games. Click on Ash Gaming 17's name. Hop over to his page. And yeah, give him a follow. Ash meet Tabby. Tabby meet Ash. Ash and Tabby both streaming. Roger meet Ash. Ash meet Roger. I think you've met before. Yeah, a lot of you have met before in some capacity, but yeah, you're all streaming. I'm about to get Viola and get to the parts the reviewers didn't like, so I hope my rating doesn't go down. Oh, so I was talking about Metroid and my likes and stuff. Okay, I got that little memory back in. But first, let me catch up on some chat before I go off on a longer Metroid tangent. Like, it's all I can think about lately. Greetings to everyone, says Roger. I, Byzantium, here for a late night PGN Live. I thought this was just a video on demand. Nope, we are live. Lily Young, 1002. Hi, peeps. Absolutely supporting each other. Heck yeah. Pokemon Fan 34. I don't know if you heard me say hi earlier, but I said hi. But hi again, Pokemon Fan 34. Scrolling. Tabby, you only had 2 ear infections. Okay. I think I caught up everything. I just beat the second boss and did some more exploring. Hashtag Ash Raid. I think I'm caught up, and I think I'm caught up with whatever I missed earlier. Holy cow, we got a whole bunch of things up there. What? Lily Young with that green member badge. Boom! Dropping it for 3 months. Pokemon Fan 34 dropping that green member badge. Boom! For 4 months. Ash Gaming 17 with another $1. Boom! Big thank you, Ash. Awesome to see the support. Thank you so much. We're at $12 on a nice stream. Oh, hold on, I just got a text. Hold on a second. Sorry, one moment. Let me Wow, I looked down. What the heck? Hold on, now I'm going to be behind. Roger Enyart with the 10 gifted memberships. Jeez Louise. Is this what happens when I stream at night? Well, I gotta be honest. The generosity knows no limit. Roger, you do this daytime, nighttime. You're like Captain America. I could do this all day. Thank you, Roger, for the 10 gifted members. Man, awesome. Very kind of you. Thanks a lot. Camden got one. Jared Meclia. Wiley Tiger. The Jesus Show, or the Jesus Show. Lazar. Quantum Christ. Kill Bill, 1933. I haven't seen that in a while. It was on last night. I might want to watch. I want to watch that again. Been a while. Zenfinite, Paladin, Swalk. That's it. Welcome. Welcome. Metroid Dread, phenomenal. Yes. You don't know why you skipped it when it came out. Oh man, Michael Gutmann. Woo, Metroid Dread, worth it. What? Did I do that? Yeah, you did. While I was texting, I look up. What? Thank you, Roger. Awesome timing. Good timing. It's going to take a while to read through them. I know. It's been worse. And by worse, I mean better. But I think on a stream one time, I read off 100 because there were like 250s back to back or something insane. Something really awesome. You know what? Annoying. I gotta join in the fun. Paul Gale Network with 5 gifted memberships. Woo! Let's go. Thank you, PGN, for the 5 gifted memberships. You gotta join in. You know, you got Ash Gaming 17 in here, Roger Enyar in here, Free Metroid hat in here. You cannot let them have all the fun. So yeah. Good on you, PGN. Miguel Lopez, Tall Show, Demonic Brawler, Lewis Smash, and Cool IB. LOL, Pokemon fan, yup. Byzantium, when those are finally released, what will you wish for each month then? Pokemon fan 34, that's a good question. And I saw your question earlier. I just missed it. The classic question until we get Pokemon Coliseum or Paul Gale of Darkness for GameCube NSO this month. Oof. It is looking... It's starting to look more and more unlikely. I still think it'll happen. Because based off of when Nintendo showed it off, I wouldn't think that you would be showing it off like 10 months in advance, right? Now, to be fair, it's only been 6. January makes it, 7. Well, not since the initial, but like 7 months of the system being out, I should say. So I'm still of the mindset / hope, kind of, that one of them comes out this year. But yeah, you've only got like 23 days left, so it's starting to, get tight. So I'm going to go with one of them still. I'm holding on to it. I'm hoping more so for you than for me, because even though I like both games, I'm kind of too busy with the new games to be playing the older stuff too much. Like, I dive in, I hop in for a little bit and play, but I'm like, there's too many new things coming out that, yeah, I probably won't be revisiting. But one thing I will be revisiting is that was a good transition. I mean, I thought it was pretty funny. One thing I will be revisiting is revisiting my thanks to Roger Enyar with another 10 gifted memberships. Woo! Woo! Man, thanks, Roger. Physicist Tar Dads 2. Physicists are dads too. Ah, cool. I like it. Just Jason Bearden. Wintry OZ. Actual MVP. JJD. General AMC. Samar Carroll. Jash the Gamer. Zero Sam UK0. Happy Gamer. That's it. 10. Okay, that was anticlimactic. And happy gamer. There you go. That's a little bit better. That's 10. Awesome, Roger. Thank you so much for 20 gifted memberships tonight. Excellent to see. We are making ground for December. December, a little bit of a member dip. Like we were getting close to 500, believe it or not. And then it did go down a bit. That's okay. Happens. But we might finish off December with 500. I don't know. It'll take a little bit, but that would be epic. I think that would, like, 2 goals. Don't know how likely this is, because kind of like Pokemon Fan 34's wish for both Pokemon games to come before the year is done, or at least one on NSO. I'm also, on 23 days left time. Is it too ambitious to hope that maybe the channel hits 8,000 subscribers before the year is up? Maybe. Maybe not. It's possible. It'd be really cool. An 8,000 subscribers / 500 member goal? Dang. If somehow both of those things happen by January 1st, I think it would be the coolest way to end 2025 for the channel. I also have something that I'm kind of working on that's going to be different than a short. It's not going to be a new series either. It's just a special. Like right now, you're getting my Old Man Logan shorts every day, which I pre-filmed obviously when I had the beard. I'll tell you a little spoiler. Soon you're going to be getting Wolverine shorts every day for a while, because as you saw from my photos, I did before shaving between my Kratos, my old Logan, went with traditional Logan, so I did this, but I also filmed some shorts in advance, but those are going to be going up soon. But then I have another video. It's just a solo video. Working on it. Working on, what am I gonna say exactly? Working on the words. But that'll be a fun piece of content before the end of the year. Am I crashing the stream again? Yes, you are. Oh wait, am I crashing his stream? I keep lagging. Oh. I don't think you're literally crashing it, but you're crashing the fun in a good way. you're crushing it with the fun. There we go. Back and ready for the Pokemon DLC days. Leon Idris. Greetings from Brazil. I'm so excited to play Metroid. I bought it physical, so it has yet to be delivered. Oh boy, I hope you get it within the week, I guess. That would be nice. Dude, you're going to have so much fun. I'm glad to hear it. You're going to have fun. It's such a good game. Did your online battles to get the Mega Stones, as the season will end on the 17th of this month? It'll be my birthday. Did you do your online battles to get the Mega Stones, as the season will end? No, I didn't. No, Ash, I didn't do that. In Legends ZA? No. I should. That's a good reminder. And by the way, happy birthday in advance. 9 more days. December 17th. I hope you have a very happy birthday. What do you plan on doing on the 17th? And I hope you have a great, healthy birthday and get an appropriate amount of awesome birthday presents for your birthday. And then, ideally, if you're celebrating Christmas, you get a different set of presents for Christmas, or for Hanukkah, or for Kwanzaa, or for whatever you celebrate in addition. If you do. I have met people that don't celebrate anything over the holidays, well, this holiday season, or anything, like not even their own birthdays. It was kind of interesting when I met one particular person for the first time, like, no, don't celebrate, not a Christmas, Hanukkah, Martin Luther King Jr. Day observance? No. Your own birthday? Valentine's Day? No. Just nothing. Yeah. Yeah, to each their own. It's okay. But yeah, I hope you have a happy birthday anyways. Sometimes the mind goes off on a little tangent. Glue the beard back on. You know, I let it grow out for another week, and then shaved it again. At that week mark, I'm like, I could already see it. All I'd have to do is just a little, touch up, a little bit touch up, and there it would be. I would now be like 10 days in. 9 days in? Yeah, I'd be like 9 days in. And instead, I'm just back to day one. Yeah. I'll do it again. I don't know if I'll go as long, but I will bring the beard back. Hashtag bring the beard back. That's funny. Hashtag bring the beard back. Bring the beard back. I like it. Bring the beard back. That's funny. That's funny. Can we get 30 likes? Ooh, maybe. We got 23 people watching. That's nice. I hope for a Mario Kart World DLC announcement this Thursday at TGA. Bradley Taylor, that's a good idea. Yeah. Mario Kart World is a big enough game. Enough people have it. That a DLC for it, new world or something like that, would be pretty sweet. Gosh. Oh, man. You know what just made me think? Ooh. Probably the coolest thing. Oh. This isn't going to happen. But The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake announcement reveal at the Game Awards. Imagine that. Oh, nothing would be bigger or better. I would say a brand new Zelda would potentially be bigger. Better, maybe. A brand new epic 3D Mario Odyssey 2, Galaxy 3, something else. A brand new, highly ambitious, amazing Star Fox. Yeah. But I think for the Game Awards, with the cultural impact that Ocarina of Time had back in 1998, and truly has had for the last, 27 years, an Ocarina of Time remake this Thursday would be, I think, the biggest thing that the show could have to just blow the world away. Obviously, before my birthday stream, I will have a chat with my sister. Very nice, Ash Gaming. What's the network of Paul doing live post midnight? Yeah, Dank, I decided to hop on. I didn't get to stream this morning. I missed talking to you all, and I need to get back on. Let's see. They'll go back to Hanafuda cards before going Valve. Yeah. Ash, if you were to do a late night stream on New Year's Eve, what would you do aside from Animal Crossing Countdown? Good question. Street Fighter Countdown, when your character 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, oh, ooh, oh, ooh, oh. You lose. Although it would be Happy New Year. Tabby Cat Game. Good night. If I caught you on time, thank you for being here. Pokemon Fan 34, it's late here. Vita Libido, I don't see an Ocarina of Time remaster or remake, considering it's the oldest one. They would have started with Ocarina first. Wait, what? I don't see Ocarina of Time remaster or remake. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Nintendo don't need TGAs to draw up hype. Is the other way around. Outside of Bayonetta and Smash, Nintendo has treated that show as a holiday infomercial. I mean, they supported the show in the past. I mean, it was a little bit of an odd announcement, kind of, but the Donkey Kong Country Returns, you know, announcement with Cranky Kong and stuff like that. And also Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. So Nintendo has a presence there, but not typically at all big announcements scattered throughout the night, nothing like that. Imagine Dragons, though, Zelda performance, like, they're there. But this is the launch of a brand new system. This is the debut of a very powerful, fastest selling console of all time. 15 million seller in about 6 months. Very third party friendly. Bringing in perhaps more mature players than before due to the library being more vast from out the gate than before. Nintendo could benefit from some extra exposure, especially if they have a mature game that's like gonna come out in, let's say between May and October of next year in Duskbloods. Could you imagine if that whole desert thing is Duskbloods? That'd be kind of wild. I don't know, but that'd be pretty big. Tomorrow got 3 game showcase. I hope in Pokemon DLC there will be some cool Pokemon to catch, like the Hoenn Stars. That would be cool. Ash. Since Harada is retiring, what's your favorite moments of him within the sphere? Do you think Ed Boon is up next from MK? I think Ed Boon's got some time to go. I met Ed the last couple of years in a row at Summer Game Fest, and he is super cool. And he seems like he's got the mindset and the draw to be in the video game industry in developing, and isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Not that I could tell. I mean, like, even when I was like kind of playfully talking with him about like, what about Injustice 3? And now like, he got the glimmer in his eye and stuff. I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if you are working on something big. So I hope he sticks around for a while. Regarding Harada, yeah, I actually put up a post today on X because I too had the pleasure of meeting him just once, if I'm not mistaken. Unless if it was twice, but I don't know if I have a picture from it. That would have been like back in 2010 when I went to a Bandai Namco event in Los Angeles to try out a bunch of their games, and then also find out a little bit of details on the never released, but at one time in development, Tekken Cross Street Fighter, because Capcom developed and released Street Fighter Cross Tekken, but Bandai Namco was working on what was told to me to be the most realistic take on Street Fighter that anyone has ever seen at that point in a Tekken Cross Street Fighter, and it just never saw release. Different stages of development. Eventually too late on this console, maybe for this one. Still in development. Not the right timing because we've got our Tekken 6 and 7 and blah, 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 blah. And Capcom just released this. And like, now it would compete with our own Envision of 8. And like, but I'm like, did we talk about that at that show? Or not talk about it at that show? Or did we just talk about gaming in general, like in this 2010 event? Do I have a picture or not? But anyways, this is the only picture I know for sure I have with Mr. Harada, and this is from us at E3 2019, the last in-person E3. But it was so cool. And we talked about Pokken Tournament, I remember, and I asked him, would he be interested in Pokken Tournament 2? And he said he would love to make a Pokken Tournament 2. Now, sadly, that means it's not going to happen under him. But the fact that he was interested in always like making a, sequel was kind of a nice little scoop to have. And yeah, he's been in the fighting game sphere a long time. If I'm not mistaken, 31 years. In my post, I wrote over 3 decades. Where is it? I think I wrote over 3 decades. I don't think I specified the years. Yeah, over 3-decade run. Yeah. But I think it was 34 years. I think he started there in 1994. And yeah, he announced his retirement today, but he's kept quite consistent, for a long time. But I like him. He's nice. I always appreciate, folks' hospitality like that. Tall Show, you're welcome from the membership. Nintendo Ninja Prime Beyond. Hey there. Paying too much for DLC that should have been actual post-game content. Game is still going to get zone geared. These streams were too late for me. Oh, working on catching Zygarde. Oh yeah, Zygarde is cool. I didn't get Zygarde in the new one yet. Lego Batman will appear at the end of the year. Ultra Ball have tons of them. Didn't expect a lot. Okay, talking to someone else. Thank you, and or Roger, if it was from you. I think the Tall Show one, I think that one was from me. As much as I want to stay up, Pokemon Fan 34, good night. Yeah, no, it's okay. Sleep well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for a little bit. You gotta go to bed when you gotta go to bed. What if he gets a job at Nintendo Studios Singapore? Oh, could you imagine? Oh, dang that. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of funny. So I'm kind of working for Ben and Namco still. Under Nintendo's guise, right? 80% of it, right? Thank you for the gifted membership to whoever gifted it. Found out via notification. Paladin, I want to say Roger. Maybe? Unless that was from Ash. Because Ash donated too. And Free Metroid Hat. But Free Metroid Hats was a super chat. That's cool, reminiscing of a Harada. Yeah. Yeah, it was neat. Gosh. Oh, I have to look through an older, different hard drive for that one. Because if I have a photo with him at the Bandai Namco event, that's like 2009 or 10. That'd be a surprise. So this could be my only photo. Now, to be fair, I took like 3 or 4 photos, but they're all just slightly different, hand heights and stuff like that. But it's just the one photo, really, from this event. But yeah, he was great. Wait, Nintendo update the system again? I can't do that. I'm in the ice belt, far from a save station. You need to get to a save station. Yeah, it's a Metroid thing. Paladin, almost to the end of Metroid Prime 4. Nice. Dang, I'm loving the game. I realized I never got back to my thoughts on it, my extended thoughts, because I was there, and then I was like, oh, I better go read super chats and talk about Game Awards and other things. Otherwise, I'll get too far off on Metroid, but I will eventually get back to it. Any other super chats, by the way, before? Talk about big backlogs back and forth. Cool IB says thanks for the free gift. You're welcome. Probably from Roger and maybe from me. kind of caught up. Caught up. General AMC. Hey, Paul, I told myself I couldn't buy Prime 4 until I finished finals, but now I'm done and picked it up today. Boom! First of all, congratulations on finishing your finals. Excellent to hear. Secondly, I hope you don't have school tomorrow so you could start playing tonight and just enjoy, or get a full night's sleep. Get in that sleep. If you don't have school tomorrow, wake up early, full, refreshed. Sit down, get comfortable, and just have yourself a session. Unless you gotta wait to the weekend or after school, whatever. But like, dude, you're gonna have fun. Have fun. Enjoy it. What are your thoughts about how long it took to make MP4? Seems like it took much longer than I would expect. I approximate 7 years. Basically, October 2018 to October, call it 2025, 7 years. Look at how much detail they put in. Nothing's just a flat tree, a plain ladder, an empty field of grass. Everything is articulated, intricate, woven, intermingling, bosses with textures flowing, energy blossoming there, and water and fire textures and heat, and frost on here, and fire on here, and water on here, and morph ball, and making sure there's no clip-in. Music, beautiful compositions. The only thing you could say, is on the sparse side is the desert, which, guess what, is a desert, but the sand, when you look at it up close, the sand is detailed. The sand looks high quality. The rocks in the desert that do appear, the little mountainous balls and terrain, they do look high quality. It's just a big-ass desert, which looks plain because that's what it is. It's a desert. But it's not completely barren. There are places and points of navigation which are important to go to because there are things there and things to do. But it's not a Zelda game where you're looking in every cranny of the desert. No, that's what you're doing in the dungeons, which are the biomes. But the game isn't like a 7-year-long game because they made a 200-hour story. They're giving you an Octopath Traveler 0 when it comes to lines of dialogue and dozens of cast members of different voice actors. Wow. No. It's an engine that's tight, that was developed for 2 systems, semi-parallel, at least from a certain point on, to make it work, run buttery smooth, have graphics and performance on NS2, still function beautifully on NS, but just have such an intricate world and design and thought process behind it and gameplay and combat that, you can see why it took 7 years. You prepping for the after party? Oh, I'm going to the after party. Heck yeah. I always go to after party. Every Game Awards, every Summer Game Fest, I'm always there. I do remember when Pokemon XY first came out. You get a free Torchic with Blazikenite. That's cool. I liked X and Y. X and Y is probably my favorite Pokemon game. X and Y followed by, I would say, Legends Arceus. Bandai was working on MP4, and that version was scrapped before 2019 announcement. Yeah, they were working on it, from my estimation, about March 2017 through September 2018 or something like that, October 2018. And then when they announced that the Retro Studios team was taking over on January 19th or something like that, 2019, they actually were already working on it for a few months at that point. which was probably October or something. So it's a good like 7 years. I'm playing some Metroid Prime 4 as we speak. Great to hear. Didn't Retro also have to hire a lot of new people, which probably meant there had to be some training adjustments, quite possibly. But yes, they did hire a lot of new people. That game probably was going to be out in 2023. Yeah, maybe. But clearly, Retro got wind of Switch 2 dev kits and made ways to make a version. The MP1 remaster stealth drop was supposed to do something. And development varies on scope. No studio is equipped with the same maximized time. Yeah. Did you ever watch the Pokemon XY anime series? Yes. Koopa Troopa fan? Yes, I'm hyped. I wonder if Bandai Namco will use elements of their scrap Metroid Prime for a new game. You know what I would like to see, Tall Show? I would like to see that game. I would like to see that game. I've always had a thing for canceled games that sounded cool, or just I want to see that take. I want to play the old Resident Evil 4. I want to play in that demo of Link and Ganondorf from Space World 2000. I want to play more in that demo of actually controlling Link from that Twilight Princess E3 2011 tech demo. I want to play the never released, never shown Street Fighter 3 build that at one time Capcom was working on for the Nintendo 64. I want to play the earliest build of Super Mario Sunshine before it got its little bit of a change. I want to play that first demo of the Wind Waker where Link was just a little bit different. I want to play the early Zelda 64. I want to play Super Mario 128. I like to play the third person perspective Metroid Prime before Mr. Miyamoto said no, make it first person. I want to play that version, and I want to play Bandai Namco's version of Metroid Prime 4. As unfinished as it is, whatever, I want to see the vision. Damn it. I love that stuff. If there is a Prime 5 in the future, they now have the foundation, and they have learned a lot of things by doing a feedback. Yeah. I'm currently rewatching through the Pokemon Advance series. That's cool. I want to play all the Resident Evil 4s. Yeah! Everybody, I'll be right back in a moment. By the way, 29 people watching now. I'm risking leaving right now when we have 29 people, because that means we also probably have close to 29 likes, judging by your all ratio there. But I'll be right back. I'm going to highlight right here. Hopefully y'all chill for a bit. I'll be right back. Mario just wanted to say hi. Hey, Mario. This guy. Hey, I came back to green. Awesome. Ash Gaming 17 with another. Bam. Gifted membership. Thank you, Ash. Awesome. Yeah, thank you, Ash. I like the green. Oh, that's nice of you to say thank you to Ash Gaming too, Mario. Thank you. Super cool of you. I'm very grateful for that. Ash Gaming 17 gave 1 gifted membership to Red Dragon 72Q. Thanks again. Tall Show saying, hello, Smooth Chair Network. Hello. Hi, Paul. I'm about halfway done with MP4. Nice, Richard Polly. How are you liking it so far? Super Mario World 2, Nintendo Ninja Prime Beyond. Super Mario World 2. Yoshi's Island? That's a good game. Great game. Oh. Love it. That was one of my favorite games to play back in the day. Gosh, that came out in 1995? Late 94? Such good music, such good graphics. It came out after Donkey Kong Country, which kind of like set the level of 2D graphics at the time. And then this was such a different looking, beautiful game that I just loved. The gameplay was terrific. The sprites were so big. Baby Bowser becoming giant, like the epic last boss battle. Dang, I loved it. Mario Kart bundles are forever. Mario Kart will never fade. Elijah Drago says, wow. Okay. Now I think I can finally get back to my thought. I'm going to buy Dread. I didn't finish that game. Worth owning, in my opinion. We could talk more about Game Awards. We could talk like any random Q&A. I could probably stop my Metroid tangent if I see you early enough, and then I can go back to it. But like, dang, we got 30 people watching now. Thanks for not all dipping out when I went to go get Mario to have him say hi for a moment, even though I put him down and he's like, that's good for me for now. I'm gonna go back and eat some snacks or something. But yeah, no, thank you all for being here. Late night stream. Maybe bringing in, like I said, some different people that don't normally catch on because I'm streaming in the daytime. But we hit 33 likes. Super cool. We just hit 30 likes and now we're at 33 with 28 watching. Those are great numbers right there. Big thank you all. As I was saying. So Metro Prime 4 Beyond. Lots of 10 elements. Graphics, just stunning. Performance, perfect. Music, excellent. Art design, tremendous. Satisfaction in powering up, high. Weapon variety, great. New type of movements, both in terms of traversal, navigating, and movement of Samus in these all look and are fun. What I mean is, her animations rolling in to things, rolling out, that element of first person to third person in lassoing, everything's smooth. The bike, smooth. The bike being new and there, and I won't say certain things that will spoil. Fun and welcoming. A hub world. Welcome to change. Not something that was needed, not something that was asked, not something that I necessarily think, they're going to stick to this formula again. No, probably not. Maybe they will do something else that's open world-ish or have another open world section, but I don't just see them saying, yeah, from now on, every Metroid game is going to have one big, hub that's going to be either a desert or a beach or a snow field or a grass field, and we're going to have these 5 biomes again. Like, I don't think they're going to do that. No, they're very much more creative than that. I mean, look at how different, essentially. I mean, even though they followed a similar formula, Metro Prime 1 to 2 to 3, very different structure, despite being familiar too, right? This is also a familiar yet different structure. So a lot of those things I said are as high as they get. No disappointment. So is it a 10? Because you got the voice acting. I think the voice actors are really good. I like them. There's one character in particular. Will this be a spoiler? Nah, I won't say it. I won't say it just because. I knew that if I heard this from somebody, I'm like, I didn't meet that character yet. I would have liked to find out that that type of character is in the game. Aw. I pick up on cues very quickly, so I won't say it. There's one character in particular that I really like, and I'm like, oh man, that's some touching stuff. That hits me a little bit differently. Because it represents a type of character that isn't oftentimes represented in games, and I happen to like that type of character in real life. You know what I mean? I have a little bit of a connection to the source material. So I'll just say that, because you don't really know the context of what I'm talking about, so it's not spoiling anything. But that's on purpose. And that's what makes some of this subjective, but those other merits I'm speaking on are objective truths, But I wouldn't say it's a perfect game, even though many of the elements are perfect or are stunning. There are tiny little gripes that, once in a while it's a me thing that okay, just got to get good. Sometimes that could have been a little bit tighter thing, or was this a little bit more tedious than it needed to be because I could have had this here but had to go back to there to do that. Yeah. Or, okay, is this on me for not being able to see this, or is this on you? I get the some on me, some on you. But so little that above and beyond, it's far more excellent than bad. I don't think anything is bad. It's far more excellent than good. And it's definitely more excellent than great. So it's up there. It is a game of the year contender for me, for sure. I probably will beat it within a day or two. I don't think I'm going to beat it tonight. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not trying to rush through. But it's so good. I can't stop. I'm like 25 hours in. Based off of the Nintendo Switch parental controls app, That's the most accurate. Yeah, it's just fantastic. Probably after I beat it, I'll have a score. What Donkey Kong Bonanza is the best Switch 2 so far? MP4 is tougher than Donkey Kong Bonanza. Donkey Kong Bonanza is a fantastic game. That's probably still my game of the year at this point. Could Metro Prime 4 Beyond top it? Maybe. There's moments of it that do top it, but I haven't beat it yet. And Bonanza was such a thrill ride. And Hades 2 too, though, was such a joy. And like I said, all my games deserve to be there. Those three, Metroid, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Split Fiction, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment, Ghost of Yote, all super deserving. There might be something else. I forgot if I said all of them, but yeah. Now this year's been great for games. Every year is great for games. There's no bad year. There's never been a year where nothing has come out. But yeah, I would say Metro Prime 4 is tougher. Yeah, it is tougher than Bonanza. Stephanie Browse, how are you doing, Paul Gale? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? I might have to change my control. Hey, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Omar David. Salute, Paul Gale Network. Chat. Paul, favorite part of Prime 4? Any 2D sections that stand out? Favorite part? Okay. Going Lava Pool was an awesome biome, but what might have been more fun is going back to Lava Pool later. That was a real joy. I won't say why and stuff like that, but like it's not going to spoil anything. But when you go through the whole retraversal part in Metroid games, you're going back as a stronger Samus who's more capable, but you're not just hammering through the enemies that are as strong as they were before. They're a little bit stronger, sometimes because something happens, or new enemies come who are more capable of fighting you. Now you should still have the slight upper hand because you have mastered the controls and the understanding better. So to kind of complement your skill set are the new powers, but enemies better. So you still have the upper hand, but there's still a challenge. And like it's just so cool. But like that flare pool, if I'm saying it correctly, the fire zone might have been my favorite. In particular, the re-entry part. I don't know. But Volt Forge, that whole place was a blast. I thought the music there was excellent. I thought going between the towers was great. I totally dug everything about the snowy section. I totally dug Fury Green. Is this one a spoiler or not? I don't think it's been shown off in the trailer, so I'm not going to say what it is, where it is. But there's another one on the map. And that was neat. Like, oh, that was a surprise. That was like a big action-y kind of surprise. Okay, that one that I'm talking about had probably the most action-intensive, oh snap, moments happening. Left and right, and making you dodge and pow, 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 pow. Great stuff. Any 2D sections that stood out? Oh, plenty. I mean, they happen so often that I don't know if I have one in particular. Oh yeah, okay. So in Flare Pool also, I was like, gosh, I see what I need to get, and I'm trying this. Grappling in third person, right? First to third person to do this, and I'm shooting here and trying to activate this, and then I realized I didn't scan that, and oh, that made sense. So that was like a cool aha moment. There's also been some other really cool 2D segments with the grapple psychic bloom, bloom, like that I loved. That's been around. That's popped up a few times. I liked the nice uh, spider ball, and like you got to hop to this, hop to that. This one's not really a 2D one, but there's a certain puzzle mechanic of switching some things to make Samus roll around in kind of like 3D sort of, but like yeah, lot of fun, lot of fun. Michael S. Gutman. All right, gotta go. See you later. See you later. Richard Polly, I got Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Switch 1. Yeah, play it on Switch 2. Enjoy it. The fourth area in Prime 4 is pretty cool. What happens story wise, no spoilers. Fourth area. The Fury, Lightning, Ice, Fire. And then the fifth one is the one I'm not mentioning just in case. Yeah, because I didn't know like what the fifth one was gonna be. Like, oh, so I was pleasantly surprised. See, so I'm not even like in the sixth one, I guess, which is the place that I'm about to go to. But before I go there, I'll probably go back to the ice spot because that's the last spot to do my drone reveal that the drone revealed for me. Where are the missing things? Yeah. Oh, the fifth area. Yeah, the fifth area. Yeah, like that was cool too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was surprised. Oh, it's so good. If you had to rank it with the other primes in terms of difficulty, how would that go? Oh, gosh, it's been so long because I played Metroid Prime back in the day. Loved it. Didn't think it was particularly hard, but appropriately challenging. Wasn't an easy game, but it wasn't like unfair or anything. It's just one of the best games of all time. At the time, one of my favorite games ever made, and to this day, it stands up there as like, oh yeah, it's a perfect game. It's a 10. 2. 2's the hardest. 2 has a couple of design choices that made it pretty difficult to find your way and navigate. Like, as accurate as the 3D maps were, gosh, there's a couple of sections that just drove me bonkers with how to get to. But really cool day-night mechanics and stuff. But 2 is challenging. You had to be on top of it with the Dark World especially. 3, I don't think 3 was tough. Different, but I liked it. Like I loved 3. I think I went at the time Metroid Prime 132, but 2 isn't by any chance like the weakest. They're all 3 excellent games. Like Metroid Prime 2 Echoes is a great game. Just if I had to rank them. Oh, but you're asking me not in terms of my favorites. You're asking me in terms of difficulty. I would say 2 the hardest, followed by 4, then 1, then 3, maybe 2, 4, 1, 3. I'd say that 4 has some good challenge to it. A couple of the bosses. One boss, for sure, I beat on my 3rd try. Yeah. I don't know if any other boss killed me, but I've died a few other times. Or did one boss kill me also? I don't know. But, yeah. It's a good little challenging game. It's dope. Richard Polly, I got Ghost of Yote. Excellent. Awesome one. Yes, I'm at the part now. I like the ice area. Yeah. GameCube is great. Yes, it was. Yeah, I'm playing it right now, and it's killing me. I need to wrap it up to start 4. Yeah. Okay, Nightfall. Good night. All right. Dang. Well, we got back to my Metroid Prime 4 talk. We got in our Game Awards talk. I think I'm gonna wrap up this late night stream. Well, I say late night. Is it late night? It's 10 o'clock for me. Late night for some of you. Maybe morning for somebody if you're tuning into PGN Live and you're in Europe or something, like 7 a.m. or something like that, or Australia or Japan. Anyone from Japan right now? You're 16 hours ahead of me. Yeah, for you it would be afternoon. But yeah, uh, I'll stream again. Tomorrow's Tuesday, so I'll probably have a morning stream Tuesday, Wednesday, likely a morning stream. Thursday will be my morning stream that covers the Famitsu sales. And then, boom, I'll be at the Game Awards Thursday night. So I'm still planning on 3 more streams before the Game Awards. And then Friday, I don't think there's a podcast on Friday because I think the podcast is meeting Thursday night, which I'll be missing because I will be at the Game Awards. But if I can, I'll hop on my phone and everybody, tune in here, look at the bird's eye view for a little bit or something like that. But alrighty, 12:05 out there, 1 a.m. in New Jersey, nice. I hope y'all have a good night. Thank you, Ash Gaming, for the awesome $3. Thank you, Free Metroid Hat, for the awesome $5. Thank you, Roger Enyart, for the super awesome $25. Thank you all for being here. Let's see. 91 minutes in. We've got 23 people still watching. I appreciate it. Especially it being a different time. Impromptu. 41 likes in total. Woo! Nice. We're like double the watchers. It's good. Talked about Mr. Harada. Got some good hype. Nintendo's All-Stars 7210. You said hi just as I was wrapping up my 1 minute long "have a good night everyone" speech. Well, still Nintendo's All-Stars, hi. Thank you for being here. Walters 6869, hoping for Zelda trailer at the Game Awards. Man, that's what I was talking about earlier. An Ocarina of Time remake trailer would be the most wild, cool thing, big thing that this show could happen. Part of me thinks it would be even bigger than a brand new Zelda game. Which is wild to say, but it could be. But y'all have a good one. Thanks again for being here. Thanks for your generosity, for your support. Appreciate it. And I'll see you all soon.